Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Lefties are crying and quitting X en masse now. Trump's win has sent shockwaves through the woke world. We've all seen the lefties that have been losing their minds over Trump's win on social media.
I've lost all hope in the American people.
And got my lipstick on today, so I'm a little bit more together. We're putting a plan together. I cannot live in a country that voted for Trump. I cannot spend another 4 years under that man.
I can't do this anymore.
I swear to God, if you idiots elect that demented man, I will burn this whole place to the ground.
But it seems our government is now panicking. Since Trump's win, the UK government has stepped up their attack on free speech. They've started targeting mainstream journalists that do not toe the line and endorse the government narrative. They were hoping and praying that Kamala would win and that she would sanction and eventually shut down platforms like X. But mainly, it's X we're talking about. So now, Two-Tier Keir and his Starmer Stasi are now politicising the police even more than ever. They want to control us and stop us talking, and they want to do it now, before Trump and his policies embolden the rest of the Western world to speak out against the flow of woke madness that has been taking over. We now apparently have thousands of people under investigation for non-crime hate incidents. This is insane when you consider the amount of unsolved crimes by the police that they actually have time to investigate thousands of these non-crimes. Who exactly has been calling for these to be investigated? I doubt very much that constables enjoy investigating these issues. It must be quite degrading even for them to consider they signed up to supposedly protect and serve their community, and now they're being told to investigate school children for what would amount to name calling. Kids calling each other names. This is something that in the past teachers and parents would have to deal with, but now name calling at school is a police matter. How ridiculous is that? Obviously, just a handful of silly kids now reporting these incidents, but just imagine if every school kid now reports every instance of name calling. Literally every kid in the country will be under investigation. Every child at some point has said something they shouldn't have. These are not crimes. This is part of learning and growing up. What's the plan anyway? Give all our children a criminal record for name calling? This has already gone way too far. Who in their right mind would think this is okay? My guess is someone at the top level of the police, not saying any names, who in turn is being controlled by our government. Shit rolls downhill, as they say. And I'm sure you've all heard what they did over the weekend, interrogating the Telegraph journalist Alison Pearson for an alleged non-crime hate incidents. And now The Guardian, the paper of choice among the woke lefties, has published an article claiming they know the tweet that caused this investigation. However, there's a bit of controversy around this, as a few accounts on X have started to claim that they have got the wrong Alison Pearson. I'm not sure if this is true or a bit of confusion, but looking at the tweet they highlighted, it certainly looks to me like they could indeed have got the wrong person. This would just be another example of the terrible journalism coming out of The Guardian anyway. They also announced they will leave X this week as well, so no loss there then. They practically have to beg for donations these days on all their articles anyway. And we've also had more wokeness this week from the Labour Party in Wales. Apparently they've been talking about possibly banning dogs in certain spaces. This suggestion is in their updated plans to end racism by 2030. Because you know, dogs are naturally racist. Labour have now hit out at these allegations as false, but this is clearly only after seeing all the backlash from these quite ridiculous suggestions. And I'm sure we can all have a guess at what communities even suggested a ban on dogs in public spaces. The idea should have been shot down on the first utterance, let alone make it into a report if anyone had any sense in government. But moving on, it's not just the UK that has started to panic since Trump's win and the rise of more right-leaning parties. Germany this week has been at it too. They're investigating a 64-year-old man from Bavaria for allegedly calling a German politician a professional idiot. In case you didn't know, you're not allowed to insult politicians in Germany. This is punishable by up to 3 years in prison. I mean, how crazy is that? Imagine that rule here in the UK. Our government is practically made up of 100% professional idiots. I'll end on some good news though. James O'Brien, the wokest, leftiest lefty in the world, is hinting he's quitting X. The irony is he used X to let everyone know, of course, and also to let everyone know that he doesn't read his replies. That doesn't sound like he's sulking at all. Obviously, he's not enjoying a platform that allows everyone to let him know exactly how they feel about him. Yet another one hoping Kamala would come along and save him from his own critics. So let's see what next week brings in Starmer's communist Britain. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.